Dragon Ball Super Superhero officially releases in America this week, and although it's an incredibly fun film, it's provided me with new things to discuss. One of these being the first quote-unquote canon appearance of a video game only character in a Dragon Ball story written by Akira Toriyama, and her name is Vomi. But who is Vomi? Well, let's find out. Vomi is the deceased wife of Red Ribbon Army scientist and founder member Dr. Gero, who is known for the creation of the artificial human series 1-20, but was killed by Android 17 after both him and his twin sister 18 rebelled against the evil scientist during the Android saga of Dragon Ball. Vomi had 2 kids with Dr. Gero. One of them was her son Givo, an elite Red Ribbon Army soldier who lost his life to an enemy bullet. He will later serve as the inspiration for Dr. Gero's Android 16 project. Their second son, whose name was not mentioned in Superhero, was the father of Gero and Vomi's super genius scientist of a grandkid named Hito, or known in the film as Dr. Hedo, who set out to one-up his grandfather's legacy by creating quote-unquote the strongest androids in the universe. Hedo's parents, Gero and Vomi's son, passed away when he was a child thanks to a tragic accident. Like her deceased husband, Vomi's name derives from the word vomit, which ties into the naming scheme in Dr. Gero's family tree since his name means to express the sound of someone vomiting. Vomi is the canonized version of exclusive video game character Android 21, who made her official debut in the 2.5D fighting game Dragon Ball FighterZ, which was released in 2018. Her initial concept was created by Bandai Namco in collaboration with Arc Systems, the developers behind FighterZ, and her design was illustrated by Akira Toriyama. It's been hinted by FighterZ producer Tomoko Hiroki that Android 21, or Vomi, might even be smarter than her late husband Dr. Gero. In the story of Dragon Ball FighterZ, Android 21 is an unstable artificial human who was modeled after Dr. Gero's deceased wife, whom at the time did not have a name, and unlike the other androids in the artificial human series, she's a bio-android like Cell, but much more superior due to the ability she has to shapeshift into her evil persona, whose form resembles the likes of Majin Buu. Android 21 is not an inherently evil android, as it seems she has a nurturing side of her that appears whenever the newly modeled Android 16 is around, which could be an indicator of what Vomi was like around her children when she was alive. Android 21, both good and evil, meet their end when the good half of her decides to sacrifice herself along with her evil self as Goku launches a spirit bomb, ultimately killing the two. Now, you might be thinking, does this mean the story of FighterZ is canon to Dragon Ball Super? The answer is no. The story of FighterZ exists only in the continuity of that video game and does not cross over with Super's continuities unless said so by series creator Akira Toriyama. Android 21 makes another video game appearance in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Referred to only as a female researcher, she serves as an Easter egg and can be found in numerous areas throughout the game. One instance is when Vegeta is introduced to her by Dr. Breeze, who says she's a new employee who helped create the training room at Capsule Corp. This meeting happens sometime during the Frieza and King Cold portion of the Android saga. Referred to only as a female researcher, this could be the position Vomi occupied in the Red Ribbon Army during the time when she was alive. Although Vomi appears officially for the first time in Superhero through Akira Toriyama's pen, it was left unknown as to how she passed away. It was not explained nor mentioned by Carmine, Magenta's right-hand man, during his presentation of Dr. Hedo. But with how Superhero ended, I could definitely see a future story where Carmine discovers Vomi's android counterpart 21 and awakens her in order to help him get back to Son Gohan and the others, that is if Android 21 exists in any of Super's continuities. But wait, does this mean that other exclusive characters like Shallot or Banyu could be added to the canon of Dragon Ball? The answer is yes. Much like Broly, who was an anime movie only exclusive character, he was brought into the quote-unquote canon through Toriyama after being reimagined, and with how the head of the Dragon Room and Toriyama's right-hand man, Akio Yoku, spoke on the future of Super recently, it seems they're becoming more comfortable with wanting to try their hand at more of those type of things. I would love to see video game characters like Heart, Shallot, Cumber, or even Lags be brought into the quote-unquote canon of Super and see what Toriyama does with them, but I think Toriyama would be more open to adapting characters like Towa and Mira or Few, but only time will tell. Thank you for clicking on this video. Whether you're watching or listening to it, please make sure to share it with your friends or anyone you know who likes Dragon Ball. Will we see Vomi again in the future of Super? Only time will tell. But until then, take care and have a good day. Don't forget to watch Dragon Ball Super Superhero in theaters this Friday. I'll see you guys later.